Hello, this is Janice from Space to Relax, and the video I'm about to show you is a replay of a live Qigong class which I taught this morning via Zoom. I'll be teaching these classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week for the duration of COVID-19 and until I can get back into my face-to-face acupuncture and Chinese medicine clinics. This video is suitable for those of you who are beginners and also anyone who might have a little bit more advanced Qigong training. I hope you enjoy it, and if you'd like to join me for the live classes, then please click the link which is next to this video. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then so you don't miss future videos that I upload here, just hit the red subscribe button. The class today is going to be all about using a really simple Qigong practice as part of an evening routine, which you can very easily do. You can do this, you can break it up. I'm really going to show you what I do with an evening routine. And you can break it up into, if you want to be outside at the beginning of this evening routine, that's ideal. But if the weather is not permitting that, or if you're not in a position to be outside, you can do the whole of this indoors. And you can do it sitting, you can do it standing, you can do it ideally the latter half of this lying down as you go into bed at night, and then you don't have to move anywhere afterwards. So the aim of an evening routine with Qigong is really to get you into a state where your body and your mind is nice and calm and relaxed. The reason being that if you're not calm and relaxed, especially in your mind, more so than your body actually, but if you're not calm and relaxed, then you cannot enjoy peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. It's very difficult to sleep well and then the next morning to have that lovely feeling of being refreshed and revitalized and ready to go for it for the next day. So if you can get your mind and your body into that lovely calm state, you have a much better chance of enjoying peaceful, restful sleep, which is when a lot of our healing and repair goes on in our bodies as well. And so that helps us to kind of bring us back into balance overnight. So that's really the main aim of an evening routine. Another really good use of an evening routine is actually to get rid of any waste chi or any kind of yucky stuff that you might have accumulated during the day. So in the same way as we accumulate waste products in our bodies when we eat food, we can also accumulate waste in terms of what we've been breathing in terms of the air. So especially for any of you who live in a city environment, air pollution could be quite a big issue for you, but also anything else that you may have been breathing in if you've been somewhere maybe in an environment that's a little bit damp, that's maybe not so good for you, but also you're getting rid of waste chi which has accumulated just because your body is tired. So it's a bit like almost at the end of the day, if you come back from work or you've been out all day and you feel a little bit kind of hot and sweaty and groggy, and it's lovely to go in the shower afterwards. So this is a bit like taking a shower but on the inside, so working to clean your body on the inside as well as cleaning your body on the outside, which is what you would do if you just take a regular shower. So ideally you can do both and you'll feel much better and in a much better state to then be able to go to sleep at night. So there are three elements to the kind of routine I would do. So this is just a sample, it's an example of what I would do. There are other evening routines you can do. If some of you already know Qigong exercises or in my membership site, there are other exercises that you can pick from. But these are just really nice, simple ones which do the job, and they're suitable for anybody of any age, any ability, beginners, more experienced people with Qigong. So that's why I chose these three for you today. So the first one is the one that we're going to do standing. So if you're standing in your Qigong stance with your feet hip-width distance apart, little bend in the knees, tucking the tailbone down and underneath, so you've got this nice flat back, and then also relaxing the arms, just giving them a little shake out, and then making sure that the shoulders are nice and spaced away, a long way away from your earlobes. Check that there's length in the back of your neck, so pull the chin back towards your throat and then just drop it very slightly, and then feel that lovely length in the back of the neck here as though you're being pulled up by a string. Closing the mouth, and just close the eyes for a moment, resting the tongue on the roof of the mouth with the tip of the tongue at the back of the upper teeth, and breathing in and out through the nose. So just starting with 3 abdominal breaths. So breathing in, feel the belly expand like inflating a balloon, and as you breathe out, feel the belly shrinking, sinking back towards the spine. Just for 3 breaths, and don't forget to smile. Bringing a little smile to the corners of your mouth relieves any tension in the face and can almost kind of give you just a little bit of a lift on the inside. Even if you're not feeling so great today, just by bringing that smile to your face can cause a very subtle change in your emotional state. So this first exercise I'm going to show you is actually to get rid of any waste chi. So you can open your eyes and look at me. So this is what I was meaning by taking a shower on the inside. So this exercise is I think it's lesson number 3 in the free Qigong video series, which is on my website, on the Space to Relax website. So you can go to that website. On the very top of the page, there's, if you haven't done the free video series yet, you can just click to sign up for that, and that'll be sent through to you by email. So this one is called Discharge Waste Chi with Vibration. And it's not necessarily one that I recommend you do in public, because it makes you look a little bit silly. But then if you don't care, it doesn't matter. You could do it in public as well. What you're going to do simply is you're going to start to vibrate the body. And the idea with this is that you are as relaxed as you possibly can be, and please don't be self-conscious. Just go for it. So what you're going to do is just start by feeling a little bit of softness into your knees. So this is your knees and your ankles now. So just start to kind of bounce your body up and down, very soft and gentle. And then easing yourself into this, just increase the amplitude of that movement. So the heels stay on the ground, the feet are rooted to the ground. Really feel yourself grounded through the soles of your feet and the whole of the balls of your feet, the heels. So you're nice and solid, and you're just bouncing up and down. And now try changing the speed of that movement. So now go a bit faster and see how that feels. And now go a bit slower, see how that feels. And then just find a speed in the middle that suits you. And don't forget to breathe into your belly, and don't forget to smile as well. Okay? Now, as you're vibrating the body up and down now, be very loose in the shoulders. Really feel looseness in the shoulders, and also in the wrists. So the arms are just dangling down by your sides. And if I just turn sideways on, if you look at my wrists, you'll see how they kind of flop from side to side. So there's no tension in the wrists at all. Nothing. So they're just kind of moving as a result of that vibration. I often see a lot of people, and they hold the wrists really tight, and they're doing this with they're bouncing up and down in the knees, and the wrists are like, their arms are really stiff and rigid. You want this lovely looseness, okay? Now I'll stay sideways on, because you also want this in the head and the neck. So I'm going to turn and face sideways now, and watch me, watch my neck, and watch my head. And it does look a little bit silly because your head is bobbing up and down, but just feel that relaxation in the neck and the head as you do it. So I'm just turning sideways now, and I'll show you what I mean. So just like this. Okay, so just keep going with that now, really feeling into that. You might want to close your eyes, breathe and smile, and really feel that looseness. Now, from here, it's really good if you can keep your eyes closed, because what I want you to do is think of this vibrating movement, almost sifting up all the waste, any waste chi that you don't want in your body. So this could be an ache or a pain, physical sensation, or it could be something more mental, emotional in nature. So anger, frustration, sadness, fear, anxiety. But what you're doing is, it's almost like you're shaking it from the inside all the way up to the surface of the skin. So shaking it to the outside. And from the outside, you're going to be able to get rid of it. So this is where the mind comes in. Remember with Qigong, it's the 3 elements of movement, mind and breath. So you're using your abdominal breathing, you're using your mind, and you're using this vibrating movement to sift any waste chi up to the surface of the body. So now with the breath, what you're going to be thinking of is the whole of the front of the body here. So right from the front of the face, down the front of the chest, front of the arms, front of the legs, all the way down to the toes. And the next time you breathe out through the nose, think of breathing out any of that waste chi that you've just sifted up to the surface. And the way I imagine this is almost like raindrops leaving the surface of my body, but in a horizontal way. So just leaving in this direction, going off in this direction. So think of just shaking everything off. So the movement enables this to happen, but it's really the mind and the breath that are giving it that kind of motive force to leave the body. And in your mind's eye, see that waste chi moving away from you, far away from you. And then you might want to turn and focus to the side, just focus to one side of your body. So I'll turn sideways on and show you what I mean. So the side of the face, all the way down the side here of the arms and the legs. And you might want to kind of lean into it a little bit and feeling as though you're ridding the waste chi from the side of the body in the same way with the mind and the breath. And then focusing on the back of the body. So the whole of the back of the head and the shoulders, the back, all the way down the backs of the legs. And then turning to the other side. And again, leaning in, using the mind and the breath to sift more waste chi up to the surface and away from the surface of the body. And then coming back, facing front ways. Now the reason I turned around there is that when you do this, ideally, you can just stop vibrating now for a second and just come to rest. When you do this, ideally, you'll be outside and you would imagine, and in your mind's eye, rid that waste chi into some kind of plant material. So that could be a lawn, a tree, a bush, a hedge, it could be anything. And please don't feel like you're getting rid of your waste chi and you're damaging the plants, because they can actually use our waste chi in the same way as they can use carbon dioxide that we breathe out for photosynthesis. So we're not doing any damage to the plants, but if you do this in an environment where there is greenery around, you get much more of a benefit. So the reason I showed you there turning is that ideally you start with the plant or the lawn in front of you, and then you turn sideways onto the plant or the lawn, and then with your back to the plant or the lawn. So you're moving in a circle around the object that you're focusing on. And if you do it outside as well, it's much more beneficial, because obviously you don't want to really be indoors getting rid of waste chi, especially if it's in your bedroom, and then you're going to be breathing it back in again. So if you do find yourself stuck indoors for doing this because of the weather, then make sure you've got a window open, but please don't be in a draft. You want good air circulation, and ideally, if you're doing discharge with vibration, please don't do it in your bedroom, do it in a different room from where you're going to sleep. So then you go into your bedroom, which is kind of all clean and well ventilated, in order to sleep. So that's the discharge with vibration, to rid waste chi into plants, and that's lesson 3 in the free 3-part video series on my website. So you can find a lot more detail on that there. So now I'm going to come and sit down, and we're going to do the rest of this evening routine from a seated position. So if you'd like to come and have a seat now. And remember, when you're sitting, what you're doing for this is you're sitting on the first third of the chair, on the front third of the chair, so that your back is nice and supported, and your feet are shoulder width distance apart, and so are your knees. If you do feel you need some back support, really move the whole of your body, move the whole of your sit bones right back against the back of the chair so that you've got this nice support for your back and you're not slouching. And then you can just have the hands just resting on the knees. I know you can't see my hands, but that's not important for what we're going to be doing today. So just resting your hands either palms facing up or down, wherever is comfortable for you, and relaxing in the shoulders as well. And now we've got rid of all that waste chi. So now we've got almost like a clean slate to begin to start to calm the mind and to calm the body and to get yourself into a lovely restful state so that you're going to be able to sleep. So if you'd all like to close your eyes now and keep your eyes closed if you can for the duration of this next part of the lesson today. So closing the eyes, closing the mouth, bringing a little smile to the corners of your mouth. Breathing in and out through the nose. And as you breathe out each time, just say to yourself, relax. Letting go of any tension in the body or the mind with each exhalation. So keeping the eyes closed now, following along with my voice. And I'm quickly going to run through an exercise which is called Relax, Expand and Nourish the Heart. And this is the number one exercise which I would teach in my face-to-face Qigong workshops for my students because they love it so much. And this is a lovely exercise to do when you're actually in bed at night, lying down, although you can do it as we are now, sitting. You can also do it outside when you're standing. So there's no movement of the body for this exercise apart from the movement of the belly up and down as you're breathing. So everything else in this exercise happens in your mind's eye. And what I'm going to ask you to do in a moment is we're going to start at the head and work all the way down towards the feet. And with each body part, as you exhale, I'm going to ask you to imagine that you're relaxing and expanding that body part in all three dimensions. So if we take the head, for example, you're going to, in your mind's eye, think of the head getting bigger, both upwards and downwards, out forwards from the face, back from the back of the head, and sideways out from the ears. So again, a bit of that idea of inflating a balloon. But this is happening as you exhale. And by doing this for each body part, what you're actually doing is you're encouraging more open, free flow of qi through the channels of qi flow, and also more open, free flow of blood through the blood vessels. So this has a physical benefit of dilating the blood vessels, especially the ones which supply the heart itself. That's why it's called Relax, Expand and Nourish the Heart. So it has a real physical benefit for your circulation on many levels, but also you'll notice that by the end of this, it has a really strong mind calming and relaxing benefit too. And that's exactly what we're looking for before we go into bed at night. So follow along with my voice, and you will find that maybe as I ask you to relax and expand each body part, it doesn't coincide with your exhalation. Everyone here is going to be breathing at different speeds. So just whichever body part I'm talking about, just focus on that the next time you're exhaling. And remember, with Qigong, when we're working with the mind, the focus is very soft and gentle. So it's not a laser beam focus of, really strong concentration. If you think about it too hard, you give yourself a headache. So really just be very easy and relaxed with it. So everyone now, bring your mind to your head. And the next time you breathe out, think of relaxing and expanding the head in all directions. Next, bring your mind to your neck. Breathing out, relax and expand the neck in all directions. Now bringing your mind to your shoulders. Breathing out, relax and expand the shoulders. Next, bring your mind to your upper arms. And as you exhale, relax and expand the upper arms. Thinking next about the elbows. Breathing out, relax and expand the elbows from deep within the joint all the way out. Now bring your mind to your forearms. Relax and expand the forearms as you breathe out. Next, think about your wrists. Relax and expand the wrists in all directions. Bring your mind now to your hands. As you breathe out, relax and expand the hands right to the very tips of the thumbs and all the fingers. Now bring your mind to your chest and upper back. As you breathe out, relax and expand the chest and upper back. Now bring your mind to the lower part of your abdomen and your lower back. As you breathe out, relax and expand the abdomen and lower back. Thinking next about the hips, deep within the hip joints. As you breathe out, relax and expand the hips in all directions. Bring your mind now to your thighs. As you breathe out, relax and expand the thighs. Next, bring your mind to your knees, deep within the joints. And as you breathe out, relax and expand the knees. Thinking next of the lower legs. Breathing out, relax and expand the lower legs. Now bring your mind to your ankles. As you breathe out, relax and expand the ankles. Now thinking about your feet. As you breathe out, relax and expand the feet to the very tips of all the toes. Now bring your mind to your whole body, from head to toe. As you breathe out, relax and expand the whole body in all directions. See your whole body getting bigger. Each time you breathe out, whole body expanding in all directions, front, back, and sides. And one more time, breathing out, relax and expand the whole body. Keeping your eyes closed now, place one hand on your lower belly over the dantian area in the lower abdomen, so below your belly button, and the other hand directly on top of that. Bringing your mind now to your abdominal breath. Breathing in, the belly inflates. Breathing out, the belly deflates. So using the abdominal breath here to seal in the practice and really gain the benefit from all the relaxation that you've been practicing. Still with the eyes closed now, bring your hands together and rub the palms until they get really hot. Those of you wearing glasses might want to take them off. Feel the heat between the palms of your hands. And then when they're really, really hot, place the palms one over each eye, fingers facing upwards. Feel the heat nourishing the eyes, going through the back of the eyes, into the mind, nourishing the mind. And then giving your face a little rub, a little face wash. And as you do that, just slowly begin to open your eyes. Take your time now. And coming back into the room. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn some more Qigong from me, then you can do 3 things. The first thing is you can sign up for my free 3-part Qigong video series, which will be delivered to your email over the course of around a week. And you'll find the link to sign up for that on my homepage, on my website, which is spacetorelax.com. The second thing you can do is sign up and join me for the Zoom live classes, which are on Tuesday mornings and Thursday afternoons, and they'll be for the duration of COVID-19. So I'll put the link next to this video somewhere either below or above, so you can sign up and join me there. And the third thing you can do if you're watching this video on YouTube is hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. If you did enjoy this video, then please share it with your family and friends. Hopefully they'll join in and have some fun with practicing Qigong too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.